Our story began on a high school football field, where Jake Tyler, our protagonist, levels every opponent in his path. Not because he's skilled, not because he's strategic, but because he's absolutely furious. There's a recklessness to his play, a desperation in every tackle that suggests he's not playing football at all. He's fighting his own demons on that field. When his teammate Moore trash talks about his father,
Sauce? That shit'll kill ya!
something snaps inside Jake. The rage that's been simmering beneath the surface ignites. Jake explodes into a chaotic brawl, and suddenly, it's not football anymore. It's pure violence. Players pile on, chaos erupts. The referee is powerless. This single moment sets everything in motion. Jake gets suspended. His family makes a desperate decision. They're relocating to Orlando, Florida. His younger brother Charlie's tennis career is the reason they're moving, and Jake feels the sting of it. He's being displaced. Again. In the car, as they pack their old life away, Jake discovers a box containing remnants of his father. Things his mother tried to erase from their lives completely. A fishing photo. Memories. His father's presence. Jake immediately labels it useless junk and throws it aside, but we see the pain in his eyes. This is the critical detail. Jake hasn't processed his father's death. He's just buried it deeper, and it's poisoning him from the inside out. At his new high school, Jake attempts invisibility. But invisibility proves impossible when he witnesses a fight in the hallway and instinctively plays hero. The irony? The guy he saves turns on him, humiliating him in front of everyone. Welcome to Orlando, Jake. You're not welcome here either. Then he meets Baja. She's blonde, beautiful, and genuinely kind to him after class. For the first time since arriving, Jake thinks maybe this fresh start could work. Maybe Orlando isn't a punishment. Maybe it's a second chance. But when Baja's friends pull her away, reality hits. He's still on the outside looking in. At home, his mother lectures him about causing drama, telling him he's been shipped from place to place because of his behavior.
The number of times I've had to pick him up from the police station.
The irony cuts deep. She's the one who keeps moving him, yet he's blamed for his inability to stay put. Jake's world is a contradiction, and he's drowning in it. Enter Max, a well-meaning guy who quickly befriends Jake and introduces him to something incredible: Orlando's secret underground fighting scene.
A totally sanctioned brawl.
Max shows Jake videos of street fights, underground tournaments, raw combat without rules or referees. Jake's intrigued but skeptical. That's when Ryan enters the story. Ryan is the golden boy of this underground circuit. Confident, skilled, and absolutely arrogant. He challenges Jake to a fight at a party.
So, you ready? That would be me and you.
What's supposed to be a one-on-one turns into a brutal public humiliation that will change Jake's trajectory. Ryan systematically dismantles Jake, using technique, strength, and psychological warfare. But here's what's genius about this scene. Ryan doesn't just beat Jake, he humiliates him. He targets his ribs with brutal precision. He locks a chokehold and watches Jake's face turn purple. He kicks Jake in the head so hard that Jake loses consciousness, crashing to the ground like a sack of meat. Jake wakes up bruised, broken, and utterly defeated. Max films the entire embarrassment for social media distribution. Within hours, Jake's viral. But not for the reason anyone wants to be viral. He's viral for being destroyed. The next morning, Jake looks in the mirror and sees his failure staring back. His face is purple, swollen, and marked with cuts. His mother will notice, his school will know. But worse, Jake will remember. This moment, This humiliation will define everything that comes next. Max reappears with a CD containing training techniques from a mysterious MMA coach named Jean Roquois.
It's just some of the best mixed martial arts you'll ever see.
At first, Jake refuses. Fighting got him nowhere. But curiosity and wounded pride eventually draw him to Roquois' underground gym. It's a decision that will save his life. Roquois is exactly what Jake needs. A man who doesn't coddle, doesn't excuse, and doesn't accept anything less than absolute commitment. When Jake claims he's a quick learner,
I'm a quick learner.
Roquois throws him into the advanced class. The first exercise? Rope climbing. Jake nearly dies trying to reach the bar. His hands slip, his muscles burn. His sparring partner Miles flips him repeatedly during drills. But here's what Roquois sees that others don't. He sees something in Jake's refusal to tap out, even as he's being choked unconscious. He sees a kid with something to prove. More importantly, he sees a kid who's willing to suffer for it. There's a strict rule in Roquois' gym. No fighting outside the gym. Any violation means expulsion. No second chances.
No fighting outside the gym. No fighting or you're out. Can you handle that?
Jake accepts this because for the first time in his broken life, he's found a place where his anger has purpose. It's not destructive anymore. It's productive. Baja shows up at his house trying to apologize for her role in the Ryan setup.
Said it was sorry.
Jake's cold, still hurt, still convinced she's part of the betrayal. She leaves heartbroken, and we see the first crack in Jake's armor. He's capable of being hurt, capable of caring, even if he won't admit it. But Jake channels all his emotional turmoil into training. Every punch is his grief. Every kick is his rage. Every drop of sweat is penance for surviving when his father didn't. It's cathartic and destructive at the same time. Training under Roquois becomes everything. Jake learns a fundamental lesson. Fighting isn't about throwing the hardest punches. It's about breathing, rhythm, control, and discipline.
Breathe with each strike.
Roquois demonstrates a simple 3-punch combo followed by a round kick, sliding a heavy bag effortlessly down the room.
3-punch combo, then a round kick. This is mixed martial arts.
Jake struggles, mocking Roquois' emphasis on breathing. But eventually, understanding hits him like a punch. Technique beats aggression. Always. Jake's mother discovers his boxing gloves and forbids him from fighting.
You've been fighting?
You know, this is over.
Are we clear?
The consequence? Jake's torn between two worlds, the gym where he belongs and home where he's expected to conform. At the gym, Baja joins his class, and the tension between them is electric and unbearable.
How about pride?
Betrayal.
Jake walks out cold when she tries to explain herself. Baja, tired of his attitude, goes to Ryan for comfort, but Ryan, arrogant and cruel, verbally demolishes her, making it clear she's only valuable because she's on his arm.
So, do I look happy? Huh?
He uses her as a prop. Baja leaves him on the spot, and we see her growth. She's not going to be diminished. Jake, meanwhile, is drowning in conflicting emotions. During a gym session, Roquois senses Jake's emotional chaos and tells him to pack it up.
Go home and cool off.
Jake can't control his aggression. He's fighting himself more than his opponent.
You're so set on hurting people, you just hurt yourself.
Jake storms out with Max following. On the road, Jake loses it completely. A driver honks. Jake exits the car and attacks a stranger. It's all captured on video. Within hours, thousands of views. Jake's viral again, but this time for all the wrong reasons. Roquois kicks him out. The rule was absolute. No outside fighting, no exceptions.
Fight outside the gym and you're done. Go right now.
Jake broke the covenant, and now he's exiled from the only place that made sense. Charlie shows up at home with a black eye from a tennis accident. Jake's mother blames Jake for it.
This is all your fault.
reminding him that he's supposed to be the example.
Still think you don't need to set an example, Jake?
The guilt compounds exponentially. Rokwa won't talk to him. Baha is somewhere nursing her own heartbreak. And Ryan? Ryan's thriving in Jake's absence, the king of the underground circuit. But then Jake does something unexpected. He waits for Rokwa at a grocery store and opens up. He admits something vulnerable. The gym is the only place where his anger quiets down.
I lied because I wanted to pound on the guy that was pounding on me. Because I'm angry all the time.
Where his grief finds purpose instead of destruction. He confesses that he's been punishing himself and everyone around him since his father died. That's the moment everything shifts. Rokwa, moved by this honesty,
I don't want to be angry anymore.
lets Jake back in. But training isn't a reset. It's an accelerated crucible. Rokwa compresses a year of training into days. Brutal cardio, endless push-ups, wrestling that tests Jake's entire being. Diet changes, technique sharpens, and somewhere in the pain, Jake begins to heal.
In any fight, you can always change your position. You just have to find a way.
During a beach run, Rokwa finally reveals his own broken past. His younger brother Joseph was his father's favorite son. When Joseph was shot and killed at a club, Rokwa's father withdrew from him completely.
And shot Joseph in the head.
Rokwa has spent years channeling grief into discipline. Jake understands now. They're both broken men, trying to build something unbreakable. They're mirrors of each other, separated by time, but united by loss. Jake shows up at Charlie's tennis game, supporting his brother publicly. His mother sees this small gesture and realizes her oldest son is changing. Jake finds Baha at a cafe and genuinely apologizes for how he's treated her.
I tried to apologize.
She accepts his apology with a kiss that feels like forgiveness for both of them. It's earned. It's real. Max buzzes about an underground tournament called Beatdown, the Super Bowl of street fighting. Only the best fighters get invited.
Beatdown is tomorrow night.
Jake initially refuses to participate, wanting nothing more than to prove he's evolved past his need to fight.
I'm not gonna fight the beatdown.
But Ryan, furious that Jake pulled out and tired of Jake's existence, arranges a brutal ambush on Max. He beats him unconscious as a message. The score isn't settled. This is Ryan's biggest mistake. This is the moment he loses control of the narrative. Jake arrives home to find Max barely conscious on his doorstep. His fury returns instantly. Baha pleads with him not to take the bait.
He's baiting you. Just take it to party.
Rokwa intercepts him, reminding him of the rule. Break it again and it's permanent.
Do this and you can never come back in my gym again.
But then Rokwa says something crucial. Control the outcome. He's not forbidding Jake, he's directing him. He's saying, you need this fight. Just make sure you win it.
Control the outcome. It's on you.
Jake enters Beatdown with purpose. The tournament structure means he won't face Ryan immediately. He has to earn it. Through the early rounds, Jake fights with precision and calm. Ryan cruises through his opponents with brutal calculation until the quarterfinals, when he deliberately jabs an opponent in the eye. He's disqualified for unsportsmanlike conduct.
McCarthy! Illegal move! DQ! Eye gouge! You're out!
When Jake hears the news, he's heartbroken. All of this, the training, the recovery, the redemption arc, and he won't get his official match.
Let's go.
But Ryan's waiting outside the venue, challenging Jake to settle it in the parking lot.
This is about me and you. I'm here, I'm ready.
No rules, no refs, just two fighters and the truth. The parking lot transforms into a makeshift arena. The crowd gathers. This is the moment everything has been building toward. Ryan targets Jake's ribs with brutal precision, exploiting the injury Jake suffered earlier. The pain is real, immediate, and overwhelming. Ryan locks a chokehold around Jake's neck, squeezing with everything he has. The crowd screams. Baja panics. Jake's vision narrows. He's losing consciousness. Then Jake breathes. He doesn't panic. He doesn't fight the chokehold. He breathes. And in that moment of clarity, he draws from everything. His grief over his father, his guilt for surviving, his regret over hurting those he loves, and every single lesson Rokwa taught him. He channels all of it into raw, controlled strength. He breaks free from the chokehold with an explosive burst of power. He lands a flurry of punches. Each one is precise. Each one is purposeful. Then he finishes with a clean, devastating kick that sends Ryan crashing to the pavement. But here's what makes this film transcendent. What separates it from every other fight movie. Jake doesn't celebrate. He doesn't taunt. He doesn't stand over his defeated enemy. He stands over Ryan, breathing hard, and extends his hand in respect. Ryan, finally seeing something in Jake he didn't see before, nods in acceptance. The fight ends not with victory chants, but with two broken men recognizing each other's humanity. That's the real victory. Rokwa steps back from the gym to reconnect with his roots and his father's memory. He's finally healed. Ryan lets go of the anger that consumed him for so long. Jake walks Baja home, playfully exchanging jabs with her before they share a kiss. Genuine, warm, and full of possibility. His mother visits the gym and thanks Rokwa for saving her son from himself. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories.